Well, I wanted to do a video, just an update video on the setup and where the channel's going. And yeah, the channel's doing okay. You notice I have 18,000 subscribers. Don't let that fool you. Most of those are dead subscribers. They're not interested in the content. They're bots. That's all they are, is they're bots. They just, what I did was I promoted the channel on Google Ads. And unfortunately, most of that went to India. And I guess it was easier to advertise there, cheaper. And guess Google thought that, 18,000 subs from there was going to help. It doesn't. If none of those people are watching, and they're not people, they're just bots, that hurts my channel. So, of course, I quit doing that. So it looks impressive until you realize it's not what it seems. It's not what it looks like. Anyway, look at the wires. They look good. I had a dream where I had so many cameras I forgot where they all were and haven't checked up on them for weeks, and the wires were all mangled and completely snapped apart. But we're actually looking pretty good, so happy about that. I do have a repair that I would like to do on video today, and we'll get to that camera and see what we can do. It's beautiful out here. I wish I could stay out here for a while. And I got the corn down for the deer for this. This is camera 16. So we'll do the next camera and do the repair video and move on from there. The May apples are out. Can you believe that the price of these things have gone up drastically since the beginning of the year? I used to get 5 of these 32 gig ones for about $20. 5 for 20. Now they want 50 for 5. Anyway, put this right in there. These are cheap cameras, by the way. I'm smelling onions too. There's wild onions around here. I wouldn't eat them, but apparently you can. Oh look, it's me. Hi. Anyway, I will set the time and date. Well, the date anyway. Or, I'm sorry, the time. That thing right there that's counting up. Now these ones are a little tricky to set. You notice the seconds here and the seconds here? Well, to set them just right, I have to pause this. So what I'll do is I'll there we go. And I'll I'll go over here and set this to 34. Okay, and I had that 3430. Now I'll go over to my smartphone, which is having a little trouble right now. Now I'll go over to my smartphone, now that I got it up, and I'll wait for this to go to 30. And I paused it on here at 30, so 3430. So I would push OK and then exit through the M button. Now they should be right on time. Alright, time to check in on the power plant. Battery looks like it's okay. See here, you can probably see the little green thingy in there. So we're fine. My solar thing, we're not on solar yet, we're still on commercial power. Or shore power. This is still nice and dry in here, and got the green light. That's doing okay, so we'll get it nice and tight again. Oh my. Have to mess with that. That's to the solar panel over there. You can probably see it through the weeds. There's the camera looking over the power plant. You can sometimes see deer walk back here. Some more mayflowers. If I can, there they are. There they are. Or May apples, I think that's what they're called. You can see the deer walk back in here from this camera here. And that's the view from the power plant. And there's the line leading away from the power plant. Well, it looks like the branch is running pretty good. And this little stream here is also running pretty good too. Coming in off the field. See it dribbling down. This used to be a road down through here. You can kind of still see where it went. I'm in one of the ruts right now, and then it ran up in there. Back in the day it was gravel, but not anymore. It used to be like a little bridge here. When I was a kid, I built a little dam between here, right in here. And it worked for a little while. I was holding back water. And to this day, there is a plastic membrane that still is down here. It will be for a while. It's not hurting anything. It's just there. And we'll leave it. Now, some cameras get the 32 gig cards because they're not too busy. But cameras like camera 10 and camera 6, they're very busy. So they get the higher capacity 128 gig cards. And these have gone up in price too. Used to be like $30 for two. Now they're $60 and they're going up. Thanks, AI. I really appreciate that. By the way, I don't do AI on this channel, so whatever. But I'll do these two cameras and then we'll take a trip to camera 17. The electricity has it a little easier coming out here. Woo! It took me about 3-4 minutes to walk that path. It's so muddy. I have slipped on this little piece here, and it's not that steep, all things considered. We're going up here to camera 17. Whew. Well, my little red light's holding up in there. That's good. Although it's kind of dim now. Got the no trespassing sign. The reason for the no trespassing sign is things like that. I think that's a old fence that was buried back in here at some point. Anyway, here's camera 17. Get my horn open. Kind of broadcast it out here. And no, I'm not going to pick up that limb. Leave it. Keep it as wild as humanly possible. That's my motto. And that one looks okay. And that is hot glue. These cameras are running about 2 years old average. And I think this one's one of the newer ones. Still, I've been out here for over a year and no problems whatsoever. And these are like $40 cameras. I had cameras that ran over 100 that died. Yeah, no more Browning cameras for me. These cheap ones, they work wonderfully. And I've not had a major issue with them. I haven't had to replace one in a long time, so pretty happy with them. And they're like $49 on Amazon. I'll leave a link to them in the description below. I don't make any money off of them, and I'm not sponsored by the people that make them. The red concrete thingies here, and the one I broke there, and the one below it, and these brick thingies here, I just brought today. This thing there, it's been there for over a year. But today I have on boots. So, not terrible, but still. Well, I made it across safe and sound. Made a little bit of a muddy mess over there, but that's fine. It's nice to see this old branch running again. Looks like some old westy kind of guy can come down here and search for gold. They won't find anything. It'd be funny though to watch them try. Oh look, there's some gold right there. Gold, I say. Gold. This is one of my cellular cameras. Someone called it a satellite camera, and I'm like, no, they're cell phone cameras. They work on cellular connectivity. Of course, out here, you're not going to get very much cellular connectivity, especially down here in this holler. But it works. It does send back pictures, so there's that. I'll let it go through its boot sequence. There's the status indicator thingies. Takes a while. There it goes. We're back at the power plant now. And there's another thing you can do with these. See the sync button? Hold it down. Turn it on. Give it a second. And that reformats the card. And then it goes through its boot sequence. This one has the wrong antenna on it, but it works. It works, so that's all that I care about. Okay, this is camera 4. It's a new installation, the newest installation. It's been here for about 2 years. You can see where the wires come off of the main line there. Or maybe you can't, I don't know. But, yeah, this one overlooks this little path here. That, it's a beautiful spot, really, I think. You can see camera 10 down here somewhere, maybe. Yeah. There it is. So we're pretty far from that camera. We're, I don't know how far, but not quite 50 feet. Anyway, go ahead and set this one and move on to the next. Well, this is one of the last two Brownings that I own. This was camera 10, and it was retired about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. This cost me about $100, and I had like 5 of them, and they either turned into ant hills, ant farms, or they just quit working. And that's why I'm like, if I can buy 2 of the cheaper ones and get by for like a year or 2, that would be great. I'm never buying another Browning again. These are miserable. There's this old tractor here. I think this is a Ford. Wheels. Oh, they're still new. You can still use them. Yeah. It's a Ford. All the electrical gubbins in there. Cute little thing, but I think it's a little bit too far gone. I wanted to set a camera up somewhere in here just to look at the old farm equipment, but I don't think so. And then this tree here landed right on top of the poor tractor, and it is what it is. Anybody want a muffler? There's one. How about some old rims? Old wheels. An old barrel. We got one of those too. Old whatever that thing is. Nice and rusty and stuff. Got some old fencing right in here. That's what the trespass sign was all about. And looks like we got a bumblebee over there too. We got whatever these things are. Rotting fiberglass will make your hands itch for years. Thing there. Whole thing of wire. Got some old tires over here and some sort of a farm implement right here. And whatever that thing is, we got one of those. Well, 2 of those, actually, 2. And of course we got our crappy camera right here. It sure is nice to see this pond up like this. Sure is pretty, but it's very shallow. This old thing is very shallow. I think the deepest is like a foot. Of course, it's quite muddy, so you would sink. But yeah. There was a well back in here, and we weren't allowed to play here in the at this pond because of it. And one day I was putting up one of the portable cameras, and I ran across the thing, and I'm like, yeah, we need to put something over that or fill it up or whatever. We put something over it. At least it's a temporary fix. We got a little branch here going into the pond. This pond does not hold water. It's so shallow that it dries up pretty quickly. But it's still kind of cool. More signs of spring. Here we are, another view of the pond here. There's camera 7 down there. Camera 9 and 18. This is also a newer setup here. And I have a green LED here too that's seen better days. May need to... I think my LED needs to be replaced soon. It's getting a little cloudy. This is spiky tree. It's all nice and spiky. I got some wires running to it. The thinner green and black wires are new. The older one was this old cord here, which didn't seal up quite right, and was taken out of service along with the switch. But the wiring was left in place. And yeah, there is an antenna up there too. This used to be a cellular site. Now it's just a regular camera, so there's no cell camera here anymore, of course. But yeah, we'll go ahead and replace the card in this and move on. Well, we're getting close to the end now. Okay, that's gonna do it. More videos to come. We'll catch you later.